Good morning. Thanks for joining us on the press. Should I say happy new month? Today is the 2nd of September. It's so wonderful to be with you on the show once again. August is gone and we're into a new month, and I know that our hopes are high. Prayers have been sent, to family members, and of course, in our quiet times we've prayed, for things that we want for the month as the year runs to a close. And I want to join my voice to your prayers this morning that every wonderful and beautiful and good thing that you wish yourself this month is delivered to you. My name is ANIRE BINITIE. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. As usual, today's promises to be very, very engaging and interesting as we bring you a very, very important focus from the front page of our papers. We do it the same every day, Monday to Friday. Our weather, our front pages, our guests, and of course the phone lines are open so you can be part of the conversation. So without more to do, let us start now with our weather report. And this morning, I am starting with Edo State. Edo State this morning, Edo started at 24 degrees Celsius at about now 9 a.m. It rose to 25 degrees Celsius by 10 a.m. It's expected to rise to 26 degrees Celsius by 11, 28 degrees, and by 12 p.m., 29 degrees, and of course by 1 p.m. it will remain at 29, and I suppose it will just go on and on like that. Rainy conditions are expected in the city, and wind gusts are up to 10 miles per hour. Highs at 30 degrees and lows at 23. Away from Edo State, let us move on now to Delta State. If you see the pictorial right there, it's going to be cloudy in Delta with highs at 30 degrees and lows at 23. Meanwhile, it started at 25 degrees this morning. It's 26 right about now in Delta State. By 10 a.m. it's expected to rise to 27. By 11 a.m., 29 degrees Celsius, and by 12 p.m., 30 degrees Celsius. This is about the highest I've seen for Delta State in a while. It will remain so at 1 p.m., and I suppose it will continue to rise during the day. However, rainy conditions are expected around 2 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 8 miles per hour. Away from Delta State, let us move on now to Port Harcourt, if we have Port Harcourt this morning. Okay, I can't find Port Harcourt for now, so let's settle for Enugu. Enugu this morning is going to be cloudy. The day is going to be cloudy. That's a prediction for Enugu today. Highs will be at 29 degrees and lows at 23. About now in Enugu, it is 25 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m., it's expected to rise to 26 degrees. By 11 a.m., 27 degrees, and by 12 p.m., 29. It will remain so for 1 p.m., and obviously it will continue to rise during the day. Up next is Imo. Let us take a look at Imo. Imo this morning is going to be cloudy. That's what we have right now for Imo. And right about now, it is 25 degrees in Imo around 9 a.m. this morning. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 27. That is a leap from 25 to 27. By 11 a.m. it will maintain or go up 1 notch to 28 degrees. By 12 p.m. it will rise to 29, maintaining same for 12 p.m. for 1 p.m. Highs at 29 degrees and lows at 23. All right, let us see if we have Port Harcourt already. Okay, I can't see Port Harcourt here, but we have Kano. Let us take a look at Kano. Kano this morning started at 24 degrees. It is 25 right about now. That will rise to 26 by 10 a.m. and 27 degrees by 11 a.m. It will go up to 28 degrees by 12 p.m. and 29 degrees by 1 p.m. Highs at 29 degrees and lows at 23. Meanwhile, thunderstorms are expected around 11 a.m. Wind gusts are up to 14 miles per hour. Away from Kano, let us jet now to Kaduna. Kaduna this morning Rainy conditions are expected around 1 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be mostly cloudy in Kaduna with highs at 27 degrees and lows at 21. However, around now, 9 a.m. or past 9 a.m., it's 23 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m., it's expected to rise to 24 degrees. By 11 a.m., 25. By 12 p.m., 27, maintaining same at 1 p.m. Away from Kano, let us take a look at Jos. Jos this morning started at 20 degrees Celsius. It rose to 21 by 9 a.m. It will rise to 22 by 10 a.m. By 11 a.m. it's expected to rise to 23. By 12, 24 degrees, maintaining same at 1 p.m. Highs at 24 degrees and lows at 18 degrees for Jos. We're supposed to have Lagos. Let's take a look at Lagos. Lagos just popped up now. Okay, I'm trying to get Lagos. Okay, there we have Lagos right now on your screen. Lagos is going to be cloudy with highs at 28 degrees and lows at 24. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 10 miles per hour. But about now in Lagos, if you're in Lagos City, it is 26 degrees. By 10 a.m., it's expected to rise to 27 degrees. By 11 a.m., 28 degrees, maintaining same for 12 and 1 p.m. I think that's all we have on our weather report this morning. If you just joined us, if your state was cold, you already know what to do. But I'm shocked to see that Delta State this morning presented the highest in terms of temperature. I don't know what's happening in that city, but in Delta State, you get prepared for a very, very busy and a sunny day in the state. So wherever you are, make sure you prepare yourself before you leave. And if you're out already, you know what to do. Any which way, just ensure that you prepare yourself. All right, let us go now to our papers this morning. And I am starting with the Punch newspaper. The Punch this morning says a federal government may seek EPA's repatriation after Finland's 6 years jail term. All right. I don't know what's happening. The papers are not opening wide enough for me to take the front pages. And I think the only thing I can see right now are just the screaming headlines. So I'm going to take it once again. The Punch, terrorism trial, federal government seek EPA's repatriation after Finland's 6-year jail term. That's the front page of the Punch this morning. Away from the Punch newspaper, let us take a look at This Day newspaper. This Day newspaper says, court, Jonathan can run for presidential election. That is This Day newspaper. And of course, we have other headlines on the front page. Tinubu to Nigeria. Tinubu, no Nigerian, is second-class citizen. All right, that's how much my eyes can take because of the way the papers were put on the tab this morning. But the screaming headlines on the front page, court, Jonathan can run for presidential election. That is the front page of This Day this morning. We have other papers. Let us move on now to the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune this morning says, Obi will destroy PDP if it returns to party, says Wike. Obi will destroy PDP if it returns to party, Wike. There are writers to that story. You want to learn more, then you know what to do. You can read online, or you can actually go to the paper stand. You pay a token and you can actually have access to all the papers, or you can honorably buy the one that you desire, the one that you want, so you can get all the information that you want today. All right, let us move away now from the Nigerian Tribune to the Daily Trust newspaper. The Daily Trust newspaper is also on EPA. It says EPA jailed, Kano's case drags. ECPA jailed, Kanu's case drags. That is the screaming headline on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And also on the front page, if I can actually grasp that, it says over 800 killed in Afghanistan earthquake. That is on the international turf. That's a very alarming number. Indeed, I tell you, our heart and prayers go to the people of Afghanistan at this time. Up next is the Vanguard newspaper this morning. It says, Jonathan to Keyamo Odinkalu, keep off my political journey. Jonathan to Keyamo Odinkalu, keep off my political journey. Yes, 2027 is 1 year that I'm looking forward to. I pray to be around, you know, to witness what will happen, especially during the election. Because I don't know about you, if you ask me, I've never seen, you know, such build up to an election like I have seen for 2027. And a lot has been happening on the political scene, accusations, counter accusations, statements being made, you know, some just go on and on. That, you know, sometimes we wonder what will happen come 2027. And recently, Jonathan seemed to be in the mouth of a lot of people, especially on the political arena. Now, Jonathan is definitely reacting to statements being made by certain colleagues, you know, in the political turf. And this morning, he has replied to Keyamo and Odinkalu. Not to forget that Wike also has made his own statement saying that Jonathan coming to the PDP, if he comes at all, will not go well for the party. Well, everyone have their right to say what they want, and of course, if you're involved, you also have the right to defend or react to what he said. And that's exactly what we're having right now by Jonathan reacting to Keyamo. We have more papers. Let me try and sort it out this morning. Okay, the next one is the Blueprint newspaper this morning. Federal government held Simon Ekpa's 6-year jail term by Finland court 10 months after arrest. Yes, so most of the papers this morning carry this story on Ekpa. And of course, not to forget that despite the 6-year jail term by Finland, federal government also has a hope or the desire to repatriate him. I don't know if it's after the 6-year tenure, that's a tenure, I beg your pardon. I don't know if it's after the 6-year jail term that they will actually want him repatriated to Nigeria, or there's an arrangement being made with the Finnish government to bring him despite the judgment that was given. Well, we'll keep you updated as the story unfolds. All right, away from the Blueprint this morning, up next is the Daily Monitor. The Daily Monitor again is on ECPA. It says terrorism. ECPA's conviction, clear signal to extremists, says federal government. That's the Daily Monitor. Terrorism. ECPA's conviction, clear signal to extremists, says the federal government. Now, it's if you ask me, I would really want to see more stories like this happen in Nigeria, where terrorists in Nigeria are actually handed jail terms. You know, we put a face to some of these terrorists because they seem to do what they do and get away with it. Jaws is in our mind, Benue. Not just that, that's just recently all over the nation. Every state have had one story or the other on terrorist activities happening, kidnapping, banditry, and of course the killings just go on and on. But we hardly get a face to this mayhem. It will be wonderful. It will be justice for Nigerians in states where we've had people lose their lives to extremists or to bandits or terrorists, to headers. We have a face to these people. They are convicted, they are jailed, and of course their faces make the front page of our newspapers. I'm waiting for the day where we'll wake up and we get a list of faces convicted for terrorism in Nigeria, not just EPA from Finland. All right, let us move on to the Daily Times this morning. The Daily Times says Nigeria threatens reciprocity as U.S. cancels valid visas. Yes, that's another story that's, has become a reality in recent times. The Daily Times, Nigeria threatens reciprocity as U.S. cancels valid visas. Recall a couple of days or a couple of weeks ago on the show, we did bring you a story on the front page of our papers where the U.S. government actually threatened to cancel valid visas for Nigerian students who either missed classes or can't pay pay their fees on time or something like that. And I think this also falls into what is being done. And Nigeria this morning, like the front page of the Daily Times is saying, has threatened to pay same to citizens from the United Kingdom. And of course, we'll bring you details as it unfolds on our show. All right, I think we have more papers. Let me just take a look to ensure that we've given you all the papers this morning. The Punch. Okay, we have the Matrix. The Matrix this morning is also on EPA, terrorism. Applause greets Simon Ekpa's conviction in Finland. That is on the Matrix this morning. Away from the Matrix, let us take a look at the Liberty. The Liberty Presidency slams Delhi Trust, El-Rufai Alledged in, I can see the rest of in fierce defiance of Tinubu. I think that's what is here. Presidency slams Delhi Trust, El-Rufai Alledged in fierce fierce defense of Tinubu. I can also pick another story. Kaduna government CNG accused El-Rufai of incitement, distortion of truth. Ironically, El-Rufai is our focus this morning. I really want you to sit back and be part of the conversation this morning. El-Rufai is trending, and we want to discuss certain statements, very, very dire statements made by him. We want to take a look at that, the allegation made by El-Rufai this morning, and we want you to sit back and be part of the conversation once the phone lines are opened. Okay, let us take a look now at the Leadership newspaper. The Leadership newspaper says reaction as Wike says unresolved crisis codes. I can derail PDP's convention. Okay, I think I got it. Is that derail? Reactions as Wike says on resolved crisis could derail PDP's convention. All right, I think I got it. That's on the front page of the Leadership this morning. I suppose that's the last paper on our front page this morning. All right. That's okay. Daily Trust. I just found Daily Trust. You bear with us this morning. Sometimes these things happen. The Daily Trust this morning says EPA jailed, Kanu's case drags. I think we've already taken that. All right. That's all we have on our newspaper front page or pages this morning. If you want to get more details, like I said, you know exactly what to do. You can read to get informed. We'll take a short break to bring in our guests. I hope our guests are here this morning, and when we return, we will actually let you know what we're talking about. I probably should just let you get the cat out of the bag, because we didn't capture this on our tab, but our discussion this morning is taken from the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. Like I said, El-Rufai is trending. Alleged $1 billion Naira bandits deal. Rebuttal Governor Sani tackle El-Rufai. Before we leave, the Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani has accused a former Governor Nasser El-Rufai of plotting to destabilize the state and undermine its fragile peace. not just Obasani. There is another story. This is as a National Security Advisor, the NSA, Malam Nuru Rabado, tackled the former governor over his claim that NSA office was coordinating the payment of monies to bandits. Now, this is our focus this morning when we return with our guest. Please stay with us.
In a world where information is vital to every individual, a platform where technology is a medium to pass information, you can always catch up on all information written in the newspapers, even without having one. Join us on The Press.
Reaching live from the Abuja studios.
On The Punch for this morning. The Blueprint newspaper, Nigerian Tribune this morning.
As we give you information and opinions about current events and topical issues on politics, business, sports, entertainment, weather forecast, and lots more in the local city, across all states, and across all countries. Showing daily on StarTimes, channel 124, 9 a.m. West African time, only on KAFTAN TV. Stay connected with us.
That he said it is a reason why I will not do it. I pursue the federal government to pay us our damages.
YouTube, KAFTAN TV.
A very tricky one. And then the bottom line is this.
Website www.kaftan.tv.
Point is, the youth must come together. The pendulum can swing in your favor.
Instagram, Kaftan_TV. KAFTAN TV. Imagine a beautiful world. In a world where information is vital to every individual,
in the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at Kaftan Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
we blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At Kaftan TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At Kaftan Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Take a look at what the facts are.
And as you say on Kaftan TV, imagine a beautiful world.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at Kaftan Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
we blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At Kaftan TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
Yes, welcome back. It is the press. If you just joined us, and I have one guest in the house, just like it happened the last time. We are also expecting our second guest. I do hope he makes it. Now, before the break, I did tell you that we're taking a look at a very important allegation made by the former governor of Kaduna State. Now, El-Rufai is being under a serious attack, not just by the governor of Kaduna State, the present governor of Kaduna State, but also by Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, who has debunked claims made by the former governor, saying that the federal government was paying ransoms and giving incentives to bandits and criminals in the country. The former governor, during his appearance on Channels Television Sunday Politics, accused government of providing a soft landing for bandits terrorizing different parts of the country. He alleged that the government was empowering bandits by paying them a monthly allowance, sending food to them in the name of non-kinetic, describing it as a kiss the bandits policy. Now, this is our focus on the show this morning, and I have my guest, one of both that I invited this morning. She has become a friend to the house, and she is right here. UCHENNA OBIDIKE. She is a legal practitioner and social affairs analyst. It's so nice to have you, Uche, on the show this morning.
Thank you, Anne. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. You're looking so beautiful. Once
too.
Again, we're twinning.
Yes,
I don't know what's happening. You know, I actually wanted to call you to ask what you're going to wear today, because I've noticed that we just keep on twinning on the show, wear similar colors, and it's not like it's planned.
Very coincidental.
Okay, so there's a lot happening in Nigeria, a lot in the polity. Before we delve in, this is one question I've not asked my guests in a long while. We have the ECPA story. We have a lot. Obi's return to run in 2027. Nigeria, Colombia target aviation trade deals. Tinubu reaffirms oath to serve fairly. Ex-AIG RSF flown back from Morocco in a coma. Of course, we lost him over the weekend. So there's a lot, one can talk about. But I just want to ask, before we delve into our core focus this morning, your state of mind on the state of the nation, Nigeria, today.
It's always a sobering one, because we have to do a lot of issues and be bothered about a lot of issues which we should not be doing in the first place. So, well, I'm just like every other Nigerian, just watching, listening and just nodding and watching. That is what we are doing, yes. But we all have to deal with it in our own way. We cannot fight our government. We've tried by all means to make sure or ensure that things work out in Nigeria. But we have to just keep moving. So that is it, yes.
Okay. All right, so let us now go to our topic. Our topic this morning says, El-Rufai Alleged N1Bn Bandit deal, smoke without fire. We're asking the question, there's a saying that there's no smoke without fire. There's a saying that there's no smoke without fire. It's a popular saying, especially when you're talking to your father, probably a case was brought before your parents, and you're saying, I didn't do it. Well, the elderly will tell you, okay, we shall see. We'll see the results. There's no smoke without fire. And we want to really delve into this, because this is not the first time that the federal government has been accused of paying bandits, and over the claims are refuted. Now, El-Rufai once again has come out to allege that the National Security Office is actually dealing with bandits on a very compromising level, paying $1 billion is a lot of money, providing food, putting them on salaries, or how did he say it, if I can get it, monthly allowance to bandits, just to ensure that there is peace in the nation. This is huge. It's not something that we can take lying down without actually talking about it. So, the way I want to start this conversation, I had my reaction when I saw this morning, or when I heard about it on Sunday. I would want to start on that level, when you actually got the information credited to the statement or the allegation credited to El-Rufai. What was your reaction to it, as a Nigerian?
Well, I was very unmoved, because you don't make unsubstantiated claims without proof. So I was not moved. What I was expecting was that he would furnish Nigerians with proof of all he was saying. If not, every other thing he said was just baseless. But we've had issues like this, we've had cases like this, where people come up, they say, the federal government is doing this. We know how the law works, the application of law in Nigeria. He who asserts must prove. So we don't want to hear all the stories, because they're almost cock and bull stories until they are backed by credible proof. So I was not shocked in any way. We are used to it, yes.
But no, as a legal practitioner, I would want us to, we're expecting our other guests. I hope that, I do pray that he comes, so we have the argument and the discussion well balanced in the studio. So wherever you are, please hurry up, because I did speak with him before the show started, and he did say he was on his way. We do hope he arrives here on time. Now, let us start by taking a look at the Nigerian Constitution.
Yes.
What is the implication of this vis-a-vis the provision of the Nigerian Constitution on matters like this? You're a legal practitioner. I will want us, before my guest comes, to take us on the legal implication of statements like this, and of course trying to find out the truth in this statement, because it is a lot. Again, I'm going to reiterate that this is not the first time that we've had the federal government, this allegation. A lot of people have alleged that, the federal government is actually paying bandits, or paying kidnappers for victims to be released and stuff like that. And we've had back and forth, this statement being refuted by the federal government has been on and on. But let us take a look at the legal implication of this, crediting the statement.
So, former Governor El-Rufai's claims touch deeply on national security strategy, policy effectiveness, and ethics of negotiation with criminal groups. So in this kind of matters, you have to tread carefully, because under Section 36, subsection 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, every person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Also, allegations, no matter how weighty they are, cannot take the place of evidence, credible evidence, which would have to be presented before a competent court of law. Now, is this smoke without fire? Maybe because suspicions, no matter how strong they are, cannot take the place of proof. The Supreme Court has consistently held this, and under Section 131 of the Evidence Act 2011 as amended, he who asserts must prove. So the burden or the onus is on the person, on the former governor, who is making this kind of weighty claims to prove. He has to substantiate his claims with evidence. If not, it is baseless, and it's just him making out a storm out of a teacup. And with profound respect, I must say this. Nigerians are grappling with a lot of things. We are dealing with issues of inflation, unemployment, underemployment, insecurity, and a whole lot of issues. So we don't want to be bothered about this kind of claims without credible proof. The former governor, with due respect, is well educated and he knows the law. So he should govern himself accordingly and do the needful. Nigerians should not be dragged into his mud fight with the federal government. We shouldn't be in this situation. He should provide claims of what he's saying that will take him seriously. If not, he's just making up a cock and bull story. And I reckon Nigerians to apply a negligible level of interest in this matter, because he who asserts must prove. Why is he withholding evidence? Why is he coming? He should bring what he has to the table. Why is he bothering us why is he withholding evidence and telling us, oh, this is happening? We are used to all this. But once the evidence is presented, we now have to take it seriously. If not, we are just wasting our time. And I'm sure Nigerians have a lot of things to do instead of wasting their time. So this is it. He should provide proof.
Okay. My guest has said the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, should provide proof beyond words to let us understand where he's getting his figures or getting the statement from. And I think I totally agree with her. We've just been told that our second guest is finally here. We'll take a break to usher him in. Stay with us.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at Captain Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
we blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Take a look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at Captain Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
we blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from
Take a
September.
look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
Yes, welcome back. Thanks for your patience. I'm glad to let you know that my other guest is here and is also a known face. He is HABIB GAJO, a former presidential aspirant as well as a social affairs analyst. Mr. HABIB, it's so nice to have you on the press this morning. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
So we've started a discussion before your arrival, and the topic we're taking a look at this morning is El-Rufai Alleged N1Bn Bandit deal, smoke without fire. All right, you already know the story. The statement credited to El-Rufai, alleging that the National Security Office is actually dealing with bandits, paying them money, providing food for them, to the tune of 1 billion naira. That's a lot to say in a go, and we want to find out the truth or there in the statement. And my guest started, Uche, actually says that, you know what, it's not enough for you to just come out and say whatever you want, you know, putting Nigerians in the mix of the confusion, because Nigerians are dealing with so much. It should come with proof. It made a statement without proof, and what we need is proof to validate whatever he's saying. But as Nigerians, we have the right to react to things concerning us as a nation, and that is exactly what we're doing here. Uche has started the show with our own opinion, and just quickly, I want your reaction to this statement credited to El-Rufai, of course, bringing the ONSA into the mix.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and your question is, I think, is just a direct answer. Malam Nasiru El-Rufai allegation need to be investigated first, but El-Rufai said what he knew, because when he was a governor, he was also accused of paying bandit. In fact, he was even captured, I think, in a media that's where he said they have settled this bandit. You understand that they should leave Kaduna. They paid them maybe in Niger, Mali, and which country again, that they should avoid Kaduna. You understand? So now he's alleging. You understand? When he was a governor, he was accused of doing the same thing. The same thing. But the difference here is now he's an opposition, and he's accusing the government and the federal government of
the ruling party.
You understand? Of settling the bandit. You understand? And Kaduna had relatively peace today as we speak. You understand? So maybe, well, as an opposition, he don't want that peace or what? You understand? So honestly, the previous government and has been accused of, you understand, bringing these criminals, these bandits, this element, you understand, to protect them in 2015 election, you understand, and so on and so forth. But they got out of hand, and today we have a situation at hand, and the same government was accused of paying bandit to move out of Nigeria, or those who are not Nigerians to leave, or they should stop attacking. Well, he has alleged. Let him prove if he has some evidence, I think, and he has been having issues with his predecessor, and he's been having issue of his successor. He's having issue with the National Security Advisor. He is having issue with he's having issue with everybody. You understand? So let the government come out with credible, you know.
So the federal government, this statement, it should be investigated. Who should investigate?
No, they discredit
who should investigate?
Yeah?
Should the federal government investigate themselves?
Yeah. Yeah.
So because he has accused, by implication, the Nigerian government, are they the ones to investigate the statement being made?
Yes.
I mean, if I accuse you of something, are you the one to investigate if it's true or not?
Yeah, you could. The president can form a committee to investigate the Office of the National Security Advisor for is this thing happening? Or the National Assembly has the power, you understand, to question the National Security Advisor. Is this true? What is happening? You understand? And the National Security Advisor has the power to question the Kaduna State Governor. Is it true? Is this what is happening? If this is not, they will now invite Malam Nasiru El-Rufai. Okay, where is your evidence? Proof. If you don't have any evidence, you go to court.
Eventually get to that point. Definitely.
You understand? That's how it is.
Okay.
Where you can't say you can't investigate insecurity, or is because government is involved. You know, there is state organized crimes. There is so many organized crimes all over. You understand? So government will investigate itself when it comes to insecurity.
Okay. Let me go to Uche. Let me go to Uche. Now, if you take from what Habib has said, there's always that political undertone, because he has mentioned it. Sani of Kaduna State is screaming hell and brimstone, actually saying, you know what, this statement and some other statements credited to El-Rufai may just destabilize the peace, the relative peace that Kaduna State has enjoyed in a while. We all know how volatile, unfortunately, this is the truth. We all know how volatile it can be sometimes in Kaduna, but in recent times there's been peace. And there's this worry that statements like this and other statements credited to El-Rufai will just destabilize that peace being enjoyed by Kaduna people. But again, by and large, this particular statement credited to him is not just for Kaduna alone, but the entire nation is actually involved, because every state, every nook and cranny of Nigeria is faced with one or some of insecurity problems now and again. So let's take a look at the political undertone. Do you think that this is more political than the truth?
Yes, I believe so. And that is why I earlier said that Nigerians should not be dragged into the mud fight between the former governor and the federal government. We shall not and we should not be used as collateral damage. The former governor has to act accordingly. He has to guide himself accordingly and separate politics from law. Speaking from the legal aspect, legal angle, he who asserts must prove. Imagine if the federal government decides to investigate every claim, every allegation that is brought before it without proof. He who asserts must prove. If you are saying this person did this, you must back it up by proof and evidence. You don't just come without, because you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. That is what we lawyers say. You must back it by evidence. And yes, he has that capacity or capability of distorting peace in the nation. It is almost a spurious and baseless claim if it has not been proven. Now, Section 1 of the Terrorist and Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 criminalizes direct or indirect support of terrorism. It provides that any financing or funding or negotiation with terrorists is criminal, and it has penalties when that is proven. But you must prove. I don't understand the sense or the logic of the former governor to say, oh, I have proof to support my claim. Why are you withholding it? Because without the proof, it's just another cock and bull story which Nigerians hear and just move on from. So support what you're saying with evidence, credible evidence, then we'll now deal with that. We can now act on that. But we don't want to be bothered about his fight with the federal government, this person alleging this and that. Separate politics from law. He's well educated. He knows what to do. He knows how to do the needful. So if he's saying the federal government, we are not saying our federal government is a saint. We know our federal government. We know the country we are from. But does he expect the federal government to expend so much public funds in the investigation of his unsupported claims? No, the federal government cannot do that. Since he has said that he has proof, evidence of this, he should furnish Nigerians a court of competent jurisdiction with that, and we can move on from that and act accordingly. Thank you.
All right, if you just joined us, it is the press. I want you to know now that we are opening the phone lines so you can be part of the conversation. Please, let's open the phone lines so our viewers can call in already. We've lost like 7 calls. Please open the phone lines. Okay, there's someone calling already. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Captain TV?
Yes, please. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Abubakar, calling you from Gwagwalada.
Okay. Please, Abubakar, go ahead.
Thank you. I agree with your guest. I believe every government has people, every government has people that we can consider as insiders. El-Rufai is part of this government. It's only that departed way in the mid-course. So El-Rufai ought to know the workings of this government. The other guest was talking of legal implication. of making baseless claims. El-Rufai is legal luminary too. He has legal background. He went to one of the institutions abroad for his legal studies. He knows the implication. If he will not make a reckless statement. And one thing, the other guest, she was saying that he should go to court. Which court? Who determines who influenced the judiciary? That is our problem. Who influenced the ruling of the judiciary in Nigeria? Is people in power. Just last week in Thailand, the Prime Minister of Thailand, for just having phone conversation with the former president of Cambodia on border issues. Their constitutional court ousted her from power, remove her from power. So it is about, if you are saying she should go to the court, which court in Nigeria? And the judiciary has failed on. So El-Rufai will not make reckless statement. And you are talking of anybody who is funding terrorism. They are funding the bandits. Who armed the bandit in the beginning? Who brought the bandits to Nigeria? Well, we should go to the beginning. So the bandits are allies of those in authority. They brought them period to 2015 for them to win election. And they abandoned the bandit midway. That is why they took to kidnapping, terrorizing people, or killing and maiming Nigeria, killing our precious, taking the lives of our precious military men and security people. So it has a lot. Maybe what I want to say is beyond the distance of your discussion.
Okay, thank you so much. That's the reaction from our first caller. Habib, I want to bring you in here. The man doesn't have any trust in our judiciary, just like the question that I asked. If you say government should investigate itself, I was asking more or less, what I'm asking is, are we going to see the end of it? Are we going to get the right results at the end of the day? Government being alleged of doing something and they investigate themselves. When the reports actually come and it is shown that, you know, there seems to be some kind of foul play, are we going to get that results? Now, let us take a look at our judiciary. I know we have a legal practitioner here. You are not one. Our caller, okay, we have another call. Let's quickly take that before we'll continue with my line of thoughts. Hello, good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from? Hello? Hello? Good morning. Okay, we lost that call. Please do call in. So, no faith in our judiciary.
Yeah, you see, the whole issue is politically motivated or political sympathy. You understand? Like I said earlier, even the former governor of Kaduna State was also accused of paying bandit. You understand? This is not the first time. The government knows. You understand?
Please, I'm sorry, dear. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Yes, please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Taraba State.
Taraba. Thank you so much, Abdullahi. Go ahead.
All right. I want to contribute on this very statement this man just said. When they brought these people, they refused to do the necessary thing.
Please, please, I can hear the echo. Abdullahi, your TV, can you tune down the volume or just, or walk away from the TV?
You should off it.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
No, your TV is still on. I can hear the echo.
But are you hearing me now?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, I said the way they brought them at that 2015, now they won the election, and what is the necessary thing for them to do that time? That now it has become a problem for us. So they should know what to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So go ahead. Habib?
So, like I said, the former Kaduna State Governor was accused of settling the bandit even outside Nigeria. You understand? And also, the party APC was accused in 2015, 2016, 2017 that they are the one hiring these bandits as mercenaries then, you understand, to use them for to win election, and they won election, and they want them to return, and they didn't settle them to return. That is why El-Rufai said, we have settled them. I've settled the one in Kaduna State. You understand? So it's not a new issue. You understand? We are aware there is compromises by different tiers of government when it comes to this criminality. There is compromises. There is a lot of allegation against the government, against the party, against even the security agencies for not handling the matter or handling the situation in a way that they will end this crisis, or they will end this banditry, they will end this kidnapping, they will end this terrorism
in the nation.
You understand? So, so many people, if you ask them in Nigeria, they will tell you that these people, government don't want to end them, or the security agencies don't want to end them. You understand? And you now have politicians coming out and accusing each other. I will remember vividly the late former Minister of Women Affairs, you understand, who accused Malam Nasura El-Rufai directly, you understand,
of paying bandits?
No, for hiring bandits. You understand? So when they have issue, then when she said her loyalty is with the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, while she is in the cabinet of Muhammadu Buhari, and El-Rufai fired a shot that Buhari should sack her, and she said, keep quiet. When you understand, so it's just like I said, there is a lot of politics inside.
Okay, Hamza is calling from Mina. Let's take Hamza's call. Just hold on, please. Hamza, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I am Hamza Adamu from Mina.
Oh, thank you, Hamza. Please go ahead with your own contribution.
Please, let me start by appreciating Captain TV.
Thank you so much.
We receive you at this end very clear, very clear.
Thank you.
Without any mechanical noise, no Semitism, and we appreciate your program.
Thank you so much.
And let me equally appreciate your two guests over there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One is a partisan politician to the core, and the other one is a politician. I'm sure she's not partisan.
She's not the one into politics. She's a legal practitioner, she's a lawyer.
I appreciate your submission.
Thank you.
So,
but what's your own take?
Is,
yes.
Please, there is no amount of state resources that cannot be used to investigate this issue.
Okay.
So I suggest it should be investigated and let Nigerians know the truth of this. The magnitude of this pronouncement is so heavy. Let it please be investigated. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. Thank you so much. At this point, let me just go a little bit to Uche.
Yes,
let me just shift a little bit to Uche, because let's give a balance for this discussion. I did throw a question about the judiciary to you, and you quietly and stylishly jumped through over it. So let me go back to the legal practitioner. We have a caller who says there is no trust. There is no trust. Even if you investigate the matter, we're saying let the federal government investigate the matter, and the guy is saying, and we've had all the callers that have called in have said, you know, even you, Habiba, said this whole problem, this hydra-headed monster called terrorism, insecurity, started with the politicians. And when we have issues they pick the right time to throw arrows at each other at the detriment of Nigerians, like you also have said. They bring us into the mix of confusion and trying to assert themselves. Now, the judiciary, Nigerians don't have any trust whatsoever. Uche, what do you have to say?
I don't blame Nigerians for losing trust in the federal government. We've been through a lot, and this has formed our opinion about the federal government. But I must take serious exceptions to what that caller said. That is another case of an assertion without proof. By saying that the government influences the judiciary, you must prove that. If not, it is a baseless claim. Yes, please. So, you know, the advantageous thing about channeling this to the proper authorities by providing credible proof to support his claim is that an independent, although I know our caller has alleged that the judiciary is not independent, an independent body goes through this, investigates it.
Uche, who is going to court in this matter?
Well, if he's alleged, well, we have the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act, which prevents direct or indirect support. So if he has claims or proof to support his claims, the Nigerian police force can investigate that. When he can bring up his proof before a court of law to investigate it, and it can be done through the Nigerian police force. Yes.
You see, you are jumping the gun. You understand?
Okay, please guide me on. I don't think I'm jumping the gun.
Yes. You are jumping the gun because the politicians are not ready to investigate this thing. You understand? So they can't go to court. Which type of allegation that been alleged against the federal government that they went to court? None. No, when it comes to insecurity, they don't go to court. They don't charge anybody to court. You understand? They don't investigate. And El-Rufai came up with figure. So figure must be backed by a fact. So they don't want to investigate. They don't know whether it's true or not true. You understand? Or it does really happen. We don't know. You understand? So these are the things they need, where the federal government need to be doing, to start investigating all these allegations against you understand? So let me tell you, is so pathetic that most of these attacks that happen, there is a period information that these people are coming. These people say they are coming on so day to attack us. You understand? People will see them coming and nothing will happen. And they will attack. And 3 days later, a governor will come out and say, start sympathizing with people. Look at what happened day before yesterday in Zamfara State. You understand? They had the information, they gave the information to the security agencies, the security agencies coordinated themselves, killed the terrorists, arrest the one that they would arrest, and they rescued the kidnapped people, almost 30, how many of them? 30-something of them. You understand? That's how it happened. That's how it went. But when you say a terrorism allegation should go to court, should be investigated.
Yes, I stand by that.
I quite agree with you. But the politicians are not ready to do that.
Let's take a call.
And they are not the ones investigating. The politicians are not the ones investigating. A criminal court can please take
a criminal court can do that.
Yes, can order the police to investigate.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name, please? Okay. Okay, Abubakar.
Yes.
It is in the media today. The speedy.
Go ahead.
Listen.
We're still on. Did we lose that call?
No,
okay.
It's
we couldn't. I think it's
network. He will call back. I know Abubakar very well. He will call back.
But also give a chance to others to call in the course of, okay, we have, maybe it's Abubakar, I don't know. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is from Lagos.
Thank you. Who? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh no, network. No. We really want our guests from the other side to talk this morning. Can you hear us?
Just shift the...
Okay, we lost that call. Please keep the calls coming in. I think there's another call coming in. Okay, so please, Uche, you wanted to react to what he was saying.
Yes.
Please go. Okay, let's take the call. I think we have the call now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
This is David from Lagos.
Okay, David, go ahead.
Actually, I was just laughing because when my daddy was talking about police in Nigeria, I wonder if it's the same police we know, or there's another police somewhere else in this country who does something different. Is it the same police that they are robbing on the Third Mainland Bridge and they went and passed somewhere, they were taking their shots and baraka, while they are robbing citizens they are talking about? Or is it those ones that will deliberately leave criminals to go country and harass innocent citizens? Is it the same police people that the NSAS, we just concluded NSAS, even at that, we are seeing them as suspects you're talking about. See, let me just break something down, sir. The truth is that in this country, we have the likes of Chuba Okadibo, who were once claimed as saviors, but ended up becoming a criminal in this country. We have the likes of Alame Seya, who were seen as heroes, but became criminals in the end. We have the likes of Tafa Balogun, who received multiple awards, and yet ended up becoming criminals in this country. Like that, it is Rocha Okorocha you want to talk about. The truth is that El-Rufai understand what is happening. And like somebody was saying, he wouldn't want to say some things on air or tell the party because he knew that for everything he says, they are going to hold it against him. But they know the truth. They just want us to be talking. They understand that the problem of Nigeria is actually from them. For them, they're just playing a game of chess. When I see, because, okay, do you remember Magu? The one-time savior in the EFCC.
Yes.
Do you remember how it finished? The truth is that until we learn to face the truth, and until we learn to be patriotic as Nigerians, this might just continue this way. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much, David, for adding your take to the discussion.
Yeah, what David and Abubakar are trying to say is that you see, Uche, there is so many water that pass through under the bridge.
Yes.
You understand? Let me give you some historical fact. Muhammad Yusuf, the founder and the leader of Boko Haram, was arrested multiple times, and police will arrest him, they will charge him to court, and the court in Abuja will set him free. They will bail him. You understand? The last one, they said, no, we are not going to take him to court. The police took the law into their hands and ended him, because if you come to court, they will bail him. You understand? He has connections. He has so many people. He has international support and so on. He has support inside the government, outside the government. You get it? So there is all these type of issues. Like he said, it's not something that we will be talking on the national television. You understand? Yes. All over the world is seen us, and it will. I know. You understand? But national security issues are kept aside. I did not like the way El-Rufai blew it hot like this. You understand? But honestly, the government need to sit up to fight this criminality, and settling with bandit or negotiating with bandit did not start today.
Okay, let's take this call. Let's take this last call as we begin to round up on the show this morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, ma. My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Mina, Niger State.
Joseph from Mina, please go ahead.
Actually, I don't see the headline now. El-Rufai, actually, yes, he brought out a very good topic. But the question now is, let's go back to Kaduna when he was a governor. What was the security challenges there? I think if you follow the record, you discover that it was during El-Rufai that the issue of insecurity was very serious and severe at Kaduna. So what did he do? if he's saying that the government now knows all those things and they spend this money, during his time, what did he do?
He did the same thing. He did the same thing. We have said it here. Maybe you are just joining us.
Okay, that's the question. What did he do? We don't have time. Uche, I'm giving you just 1 minute to round up before I get back to Habib. So the question is it smoke without fire? You've given your take. Our callers have given your take. And the last caller just asked a very, very pertinent question.
What did he do? As we round up,
Uche, I want
he
you.
Did the same thing.
I want you to round up on your term on this topic.
What he's saying, there may be truth in what he's saying, but without credible evidence backing it up, it is just unsubstantiated, and this is just him making a storm out of a teacup. Or some people may say this is cock and bull story. So while there may be some truth in what he's saying, we expect him to do the needful according to the law, the Nigerian legal system. If not, this is just another story which Nigerians will hear without it being resolved. So that is it.
So beyond him giving us proof as a Nigerian, you've said some things that you know, Nigerians are caught up in all of this, and Nigerians should be let out of their political brouhaha. But I just want to ask you, if you have an opportunity to talk to El-Rufai now, I know he's watching because this show is shown all over Nigeria, even outside of Nigeria. We have people who watch the show. If you have a message for El-Rufai this morning, what will you tell him?
He called once before, yeah.
Yes.
What will you tell him?
Nigerians are also very desirous to see that these security challenges are tackled. So if the former governor can help us with all this proof against our federal government, we know that our federal government is not a saint. We know how they are, but we need to also be sure that we are not being fooled by the federal government, who has strongly denied these claims. So if he has any way of letting us actually know that the federal government actually did this, then it would be very happy. Would be very
transparent with it.
We need that transparency. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, quickly, the federal government, Uche, let me remind you, the federal government did not ask an evidence, they just tackle his statement. You understand?
Well,
they discredit his statement, you understand, and his claim.
Yes.
You understand? They did not say, El-Rufai, bring evidence. Or if you didn't bring evidence, we are going to charge you.
They don't need to do that.
No, I'm
people that must prove.
We're rounding up, so you have your 1 minute.
So in this issue, me, I will add, as a patriotic Nigerian, you understand, I will advise the federal government, when you are fighting insurgency and insecurity, deviate or leave politics apart.
Thank you.
You understand? Leave politics apart. Don't allow political actors to be determining our security situations. You understand? That compromises the national security. Fight the security head on. Go to this terrorist bandit, hit them hard. You understand? I want to advise the state government, take charge of your state. No military officer anywhere in Nigeria that can protect your state. Okay. You are the one that will protect your state because you are in charge. The military officers are not in charge. The president is not in charge in your state.
I think we don't have time anymore.
You understand? So calling for president to send military to do this, to call for the military to come and attack, it's not like that. It's just a community. Some of attack are communal crisis. Some of them are religious.
HABIB, no time.
So they should take charge of their state, more especially the 19 northern government.
We want to thank you for watching the show this morning. If I let HABIB go on and on, we won't leave yet this morning. Our topic, El-Rufai Alleged N1Bn Bandit deal. Smoke without fire is a big question. You as Nigerians, you have your mind to decide. And of course, we're asking answers to the questions being asked. We're asking for answers. Answers from beginning to end. My name is ANIRE. BINITIE. Thanks for watching. We appreciate those of you who called on the show. Not to forget that tomorrow till Friday is a date on the press. Take care of yourself. Keep your head up. Bye for now.
A world where information is vital to every individual, a platform where technology is a medium to pass information. You can always catch up on all information written in the newspapers, even without having one. Join us on The Press.
Reaching you live from the Abuja studios.
On The Punch for this morning. The Blueprint newspaper, Nigerian Tribune this morning.
As we give you information and opinions about current events and topical issues on politics, business, sports, entertainment, weather forecasts, and lots more in the local city, across all states, and across all countries. Showing daily on StarTimes, channel 124, 9 a.m. West African time, only on KAFTAN TV. Stay connected with us.
That is